Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. And here's our track, 4.94 kilometres long, and overtaking chances into the first corner, into turn 14 at the end of the Esplanade, and now into turn 16 in the newly reprofiled sector that we first ran on in 2023. Still though, it's punishing and tough on the brakes, and the heat and humidity will take an effect on our drivers.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Southern Cross Racing. I am your host, Simi Skate. Welcome back. Oh, Salmon's in the chat already. Jesus, very good. Absolutely keen for this one. And yes, by my lonesome yet again. But nevertheless, that is okay. Waiting for Z to enter the lobby, and we're going to get this one underway, folks. Of course, yes, bit of a different realm here at SXR, of course, on this round. You noticed in the title, yes. Double championship points on offer. It is reverse grid in the championship order, folks. And, well, I mean, the stewards have got their eyes on this one. The boys here are very, very good. And we're expecting progress through the field from the guys at the back, of course. They will be leading the championship. And, of course, the guys at the front of the grid, they will be the ones towards the back of the grid, the back of the championship, excuse me. Yeah, as I did say, just waiting for Z to jump into this lobby, and we'll get this one underway, folks. As I did touch on, there will be a practice session, so obviously no qualifying. The practice session will go for 60 minutes, but we will stop it short at the 20-minute mark, folks. And, well, there you go. Z is in the lobby. Just bear with me, folks. I'll get these boys to ready. Okay, so yes, the message has gone out. You can see the ticks happening, of course. And yes, running with 19 tonight, folks. And yeah, fantastic, of course. Unfortunately, missing old footy Bender. Had a bit of a mischief with his PlayStation, unfortunately. And hopefully he will be back racing with us next week. But yes, he's, well, he's frustrated at the moment. We do hope you're watching, Bender. But there you go. Oh, while we're here, of course, a bit of a reminder. Yes, it's just popped up on my screen. We did have a couple of follows and a subscriber. So we'll put those up right now before we get underway, of course. And, well, the first one. Alfred Zocht, I think that's how you say that. Thank you very, very much for your follow. And, well, the next one, of course, there you go. Bang. That is a Snipester. Thank you very much, Snipes. Much appreciated, my friend. Very, very good from you. And, of course, the letters. Subscribe. Thank you very, very much, Snipes. Guys, much appreciated, mate.
Thank you so much.
Well, fantastic from you,
man. You guys are amazing.
Getting better and better week by week. It is fantastic to see. And, well, as you did touch on, no, your eyes aren't deceiving you, folks. Yes, practice session. So, well, the weather is set to dynamic, and very interesting to see how this one will play out, of course. It is our first time doing this one here at Southern Cross Racing, of course. Yet to be done, but I have full faith in the gentlemen out on track. Absolutely stunning jobs they do week in, week out. And, well, even though most of them are still finding their feet. Morning, evening, Mr. Lefty. How's he? How are you, my friend? Great to see you in chat, as always. Probably an hour earlier for your good self, I dare say. And, well, yes, daylight savings time for the rest of us, of course, except for the Queenslanders, of course. And, well, it is that hour that gets kind of confusing at points, but I'm sure the Queenslanders a bit of a smile on their face as we go. Well, Z's got maybe some connection issues. Maybe if I can get him another invite. He's got multiple invites. We'll just keep spamming him though. Excuse me. Want to come out, did it? Asleep is how Housey is, of course, yes. 9:30 in the morning, I do believe it is for the great man. And no, is that correct, Housey? I'm not too sure. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's right. But yeah, absolutely stunning commitment from the man. And Naked. Oh, no, he's got a dodgy brake. Very good, mate. Very, very good. Of course, that was a bit of a zinger there for the Mr. Housey, but we have got movement. Who is the first one to blink? Of course, as I did touch on, it is just a practice session, folks. We're going to stop this one at the, well, there you go, the 40-minute mark. That'll be 20 minutes into this session. We don't need any of that. The boys just going to get their eye in, of course. As I did touch on, it is an all-important round, this one. Double championship points on offer. Reverse grid in the championship order, folks. And, well, as I did touch on, well, there you go. Thank God Z has rejoined. Fantastic from him. And, well, Snipester, he will be leading the grid on lap 1, of course. And, well, just finding his feet as a young fella. Very, very new to the game. And he's starting to really get stuck into it. And his lap times are coming down exponentially. It is fantastic. Always had good lines as the Snipester. And, well, looking forward to seeing how he progresses. There are a couple more out on track. We'll just get to them in 1 second. Who is that? There are a couple of Falcons. There is a Pink Panther of the Bopton. And, well, the Falcon, there is Jono J07, of course. And, well, doing a great job is the Jono. Behind him, excuse me, is, well, there you go, the Bopton. And behind him, of course, the Falcon driver. Oh, I'm trying to figure out who that is. I should bring up the track map, but there you go. It is David. And I might as well bring that one up now because it makes life a little bit easier, folks. As I flick down to Fury because he's out there as well, of course. The Jack Daniels boy, the creator of that livery. And I do touch on that every week, of course. Nat Hammer created the Coca-Cola one. Housey created the Lamborghini one. And, well, a combination between your guy JC and Johnny M4 created the Falcon one, of course. And of course, yes, yeah, well, blue was not allowed. Of course, that is the colour of the reserve car that Batman is in, of course. And, well, as I did touch on, yes, Bopton out on track. Looking for a good result around here, of course. Wasn't to his liking around Jenna. Made a little bit of an error. And unfortunately did not finish that one, of course. But, well, he is looking to make amends. And, of course, as I did touch on, and I will keep touching on to remind you, folk, yes, the championship is very much alive and well, of course. And I'll bring up the standings as well, of course. So I'll just read them out to you while we are circulating. Scotty at the moment currently sitting on 166 points. Behind him is the Verkster in P2 with 162. Fury is next on 150 points. Nat Hammer follows him on 133. Your guy, JC, he's out there. Oh, no, he's not. He's in the garage, but he's on 122 points. David on 117 points, if you don't mind. Doing a fantastic job is the David. Housey out there on track. No, he's not in the garage. Excuse me. I've got two screens happening, and it's confusing me a little bit. But there you go. Housey, yes, he is on 110 points. Middy's out there on 109 points. Striker on 108. And Bopton on 86. Move to the second page. And Johnny M4 on 82 points. Brad Tay, 79. Salmons, 72. And then we've got a little bit of a gap to Jono J07, 46. Blue Dog, 44. And then we've got the Filth on 31. Z on 30. Bender on 26. And good old Snipes, or young Snipes, I should say, on 21 points. So there you go. Black Moon, it's time for Sweaty Singapore. Yes, well, when it's humid, it's humid. And, well, around here, of course, yes, Monaco on steroids. And, of course, let's just get in a little bit of detail here, folks. Of course, yes, the Singapore Grand Prix first appeared on the calendar, on the F1 calendar, in 2008. Was the inaugural race, held on the Marina Bay Street Circuit, of course, yes. Was the 800th in the history of the World Championship, of course, it certainly was. And yes, held under the floodlights. It was the first of its kind, folks. Yes, there was no other night race prior to this one in 2008. And, well, Filthy has left the session, and I'm not too sure if he needs another invite. He has been spammed. I will get to that in just a sec. There you you go. He's got another couple there. And yes, well, the track passes several landmarks, of course. Yes, absolutely it does. The Singapore Flyer and, well, believe it or not, it passes the Supreme Court and Parliament. The track also incorporates Esplanade Drive and, of course, we all know the Anderson Bridge, which was built in 1910, if you don't mind. The purpose-built start-finish section of the track, of course, yes, where the, well, the cars go in the pit lane, of course, that is purpose-built under the grandstands there. There was minor adjustments made to the track in 2009 and in 2013. Of course, I don't know if you folk out there remember the sling chicane, of course, which formed turn 10, was replaced, of course, in 2013 by a more conventional left-hander. For 2015, the approach to turn 13 was altered in a big improved overtaking opportunity. And yes, 3 years later, turns 16 and 17 were realigned. They were a bit out of kilter back in its inaugural days, and it was a kind of a tricky circuit. The Singapore Sling, I'll tell you what, if you go back and look at some of the older footage, you see cars get up on that curve and the car just gets airborne. It was a kind of a safety issue, but it was a unique part of the circuit. But yes, the FIA soon got their hands all over that and sorted that one out, of course. Yes, the race was absent from the calendar in 2020, of course, yes, due to pandemic, but made its return 2023, of course, and when a four-corner stretch of turns 16 through to 19 will be bypassed due to construction work. The total number of corners therefore fall from 23 to 19, and that was in 2003. So there you go. There's a bit of history of this circuit. Now, folks, let's just get into some detail, of course. Absolutely, we will. Yes, the race distance around here, of course, on a full Grand Prix is 308.965 kilometres, or 191.982 miles, if you don't mind. Just a touch over 153 kilometres in the 50%er, of course. Right-hand side of the track is pole position. The maximum speeds around here, around about 330 kph, approximately around there. The distance from turn 1 to the start of the grid, of course, or the start of the grid to turn 1 is 300 metres. The full throttle around here, about 50% of the lap. The longest flat-out section is approximately 800 metres, and well, the downforce level around here is a little bit high. You're going to go through about 70 gear changes per lap around this magnificent circuit, and you're probably going to lose roughly about 21 seconds in the pit lane for your pit stop. So there you go, folks. That is all that laid out for you folks at home, and well, I'm sure these guys have raced this circuit plenty of times. They understand exactly where all the quirks are, and yes, as I did touch on, a practice session, so nothing to get hyped up about times or anything like that at the moment. Of course, yes, these guys just finding their rhythm. How's he out there on a track as well, of course. Yes, great to see him out there. And yes, that pink helmet, or pink, orange, green, the family colours of the Mr. Housey. And I do touch on that as well, of course. Yes, and well, I was going to give it away, but I'm not. Of course, we're going to see Housey in the commentary box. He will be part of the driver perspective program, returning next week, of course, and returning at Imola. And well, it's just so fitting that he gets to jump in the box, of course, and give his perspective on a track that his daughter's named after. And well, fantastic from the Housey, of course. And there you go. So a little bit of insider info for the lefty, albeit a week early, but I'm sure he's going to explain. I'm sure he's going to explain. Oh, Quiet Cake, how are you, mate? Good to see you in the chat. I'm sure he's going to explain it next week when he gets an opportunity to talk us about the car and who helped him create it and all that stuff. So, yeah, looking forward to that one, of course. Nat Hammer, well, there he is there, approaching the last corner now. It's a bit of a double, that one, isn't it? But very much flat out these days. 35.0. Like I did touch on, these times aren't going to matter too much. There is 9.5 minutes remaining in this session for us. As I did say, we're going to cut it short after 20 minutes in, which will be the 40-minute mark, and we'll get these boys sorted on the grid, of course. Johnny M4 still in the pit lane, and well, there he is there, making his appearance out on track. Hopefully Filthy is back in the lobby. Blue Dog is in the garage as well, and the Batman, well, he'll be starting last, being a reserve as well. So, well, excuse me, yes, there has been stewards notices in the Discord. The drivers are all aware of how they're going to approach this one, or what is expected of them as well. And there you go, the Filth has joy. He's just joined, so fantastic from the Filth, as Verk 1:30.441. Not too shabby at all from that man there. And, well, he's just laid down a little bit of a marker there, albeit in a practice session. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, folks, as I did touch on. I've got to keep an eye on that because, yes, at the 20-minute mark, as I did touch on, we will set the grid and these boys will get racing for double championship points, reverse grid in championship order, and looking forward to seeing this one play out, of course. Johnny M4, there he is there in the Falcon Racing team, and well, Johnny M4 doing great things on this game. This game has agreed with him a bit. He's a Group 2 driver this season, and rightly so. Fantastic, doing a great job is the M4. And there is the Batman, of course. Yes, we welcome the Batman back out on track with us, of course, in that reserve livery. And, well, Batman doing great things everywhere, isn't he? Fantastic to see him out there. And, well, just on an outlap, of course. So, like I said, nothing to get too excited about at the moment. And, yeah, I did touch on a bit of a practice session. So, just going to go on a brief mute, folks. I need a swig of water. Okay, so yes, currently watching Housey and in that second sector. Might as well just jump on board with the great man, of course. Currently sitting in 7th place, of course. All irrelevant. All irrelevant. This is just for them to get their rhythm and, well, the drivers to get their rhythm. Shouldn't have said them. Well, there you go, the drivers. And, well, that is the Brad Tay out on track as well. That is the Coca-Cola livery. And that's what it looks like, folks. Nat Hammer, the creator of that bad boy. And, well, did a fantastic job, of course. Left it late, did the Nat, but got it done in the end. And fantastic job by him, of course. Absolutely. Excuse me. And there is the Pink Panther team, of course. The Bender. The Bender created that bad boy, believe it or not, and surprised himself. And I do believe he gave us his perspective out there on circuit. It was at the Netherlands, I think it was. And he surprised himself, did the Bender. Of course, yes, we're going to get the drivers in at the back half of the season as well. Give them another go at what they attempted to do the first time around. Of course, yet to still go through the lot. And yeah, I think there's Housey and Jono J07 left. And then we'll probably get one done every week after that, of course, except for the important weeks like this one here and a couple of other tricky tracks where it doesn't sort of permit drivers to sort of be distracted. Tracks like, argument's sake, Suzuka. Suzuka, you wouldn't want to be distracted too much. Those corners come up on you thick and fast, and just for impeding and stuff like that. No one wants that. So fantastic as we go. So Bopton in 15th at the moment. There is the Batman. And as we did touch on, great to see him out on circuit with us. Filth, there he is there. Brilliant from that man. And great to see him back in the lobby and getting a lap under his belt, of course. We're just going to keep an eye on this time, folks. And, yeah, it is almost there, folks. It is almost there. Blue Dog on an outlap. We've got yellow flags in Sector 1. Just wait for them to disappear, and then I can see what time is left. David tiring from the session. And, well, there you go. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, folks, for this practice session. For the guys to get their rhythm and get themselves all fired up for this Grand Prix.
Oh my god, this is the best day of my life. Guys, thank you so much.
Amazing.
You're amazing. You guys are amazing.
How's that?
P5.
Here you go, folks. Getting them out of the way, of course, and, well, just getting that done before we get racing, of course. And, yes, 4 minutes remaining left in the session, and yellow flags in Sector 2. That is the Bopton. Is that the Bopton, or is it Middies? No, it is slowing down a little bit. Yeah, nothing to be untoward, of course, yes. Just a practice session, folks. Oh, there is Junior. Great to see him in the chat. And well, Junior, if you're available, mate, you can jump on in the grid in the lobby if you like. Of course, you are a reserve, but you will be starting at the very back. It is up to you, mate. If you do have time, or if you're going to school, I understand that. But yes, all good, mate. Just let me know, and we'll get you sorted. Of course, yes, there is room for one more, and if you want it, mate, it is there for you. So. There you go, Batman, there he is there, of course, just doing his thing. All the drivers are yellow flags in Sector 3. They say that is for drivers, just slowing down, of course. That pit lane entry is a bit of a doozy, isn't it? Very, very difficult to navigate. Even the exit of this pit lane, very, very tricky, of course. Hugging that left-hand wall and opens you out, feeds you out into turn 3. And yes, absolutely. Say no more. Give you 5 minutes. Well, you've got, no, you haven't got 5 minutes. Junior, it's like now, because this session will finish in 3 minutes. We're going to stop it short because, yes, it is reverse grid, double championship points. You need to be in the lobby before I start setting the grid, my friend. Hopefully you can get yourself sorted. I will start sending you invites, mate. Junior, you will need to add the league account, or yes, you most certainly will. So, yes, loading up. You're a legend. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Yes, 2 and a bit minutes. Oh, look at the boys doing it all on their own accord. That's fantastic. Brilliant set of drivers we have here. And, well, Junior, you have to add the league account, mate. I do not have you. I don't know why I don't have you. I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know where you have gone for some reason. Double. Yes, you will need to add the league account, mate. I can't remember your handle off the top of my head, but yeah, you know what the league one is. So just send the request and sort it out. There you go, fantastic, boys. Dropping it in the pit lane. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining for their practice before the race. And absolutely stunning from all of them. Fantastic. Much appreciated, boys, out on circuit. That is fantastic from them all. And great to see, of course. Fury retiring, of course. There is the filth. Just finishing off his lap. And there you go. Nat Hammer as well. Jono J07 retiring as well. Fantastic from all the boys. There is Salmons making his way to the pit lane. And well, your guy, JC, just out on a little bit of a last run, of course, yes. In Sector 2 at the moment. He will take that to the pit lane. That will be us done for this session. So okay, so I'll send you in the, hang on, mate, I'll send it to you in the Discord. Go, Junior. Check your DMs and get that request all sorted, and we'll get you in, mate. Let me just put a message in the server, folks. I'll be back with you in 1 second. apologise, folks. I am sorting out an invite in the background, just getting Junior all fixed up, and that will take this to the pit lane, and that will be the session done. It certainly will. Let me just get an invite for Junior. Excuse me. I don't see you, mate. Do not see you added. Just going to suss out how this is going to work, of course. I do have to set the grid, and let me just bear with me for one moment, of course. Just trying to sort out a, well, there you go. A lobby reset. We'll go on a brief pause, folks. I'll be back with you in Okay, folks, we are back. We do apologise about the delay. We had to do a bit of a lobby reset, of course. The custom grid editor went kaput and fixed that one all up, of course. And yes, Junior in the lobby, of course. And, well, he hasn't got the reserve livery on. We've made an exception. Didn't want to keep the boys holding any much longer, of course. And, yeah, we'll get this one underway, of course. Yes, Junior will be starting P20. But, yes, the grid will be as follows. You're going to see it in a second anyway. But, yes, well, Snipes up P1. He should be. And, well, Z in P2. Of course, the Filthy Orange in P3 from him. Blue Dog will be in P4. Jono JO7 will be P5. Salmons in P6. Brad Tay in P7. Johnny M4 in P8. Bopton in P9, Striker in P10, Middies in P11, Housey in P12, the David in P13, your guy JC in 14th, Nat Hammer will be 15th, Fury in 16th, and of course Verks in 17th, Scotty will be 18th, the Batman in 19th, and of course Junior will be P20. As the boys just loading in, doing the setup, doing the gentlemanly thing. And, well, it is great to see. And, well, there was mention of that in the service. So, yes, stunning from the cooperation from the lot of them. Fantastic. And they all need a pat on the back. Thank you very much, guys. It would not be possible without your cooperation. So much appreciated. And, well, he's bringing out, Junior's bringing out all the excuses for being slow. Just be clean, Junior. Of course, this is double championship points on offer. And, yes, I'm sure you, boys at the back are on top of the championship. The guys at the front are towards the back of it. And, double points, reverse grid championship order. So that's what it is. That's what we're doing with. And, well, might as well do it anyway, even though he didn't technically get pole. Well, Snipester, this is for you, mate.
Yes, it's pole position. Yes.
There you go, bit of Seb, pole position as, well, we'll wait for the beeps, folks. We will wait for these beeps. I'll tell you what, it is taking its time, but the boys are doing the right thing. We'll probably hear the beeps in the ear very shortly. It is roughly about that time, folks. Well, they are doing the right thing. Fantastic to see. Very sportsmanlike, great bunch, and they do it very, very well, of course. And giving everybody that equal opportunity. There's nothing worse than somebody readying up on you when you haven't got your setup quite ready. And, well, there you go. None of that to worry about here, of course. Yes, Singapore, as I did touch on early doors, we might as well go through it a little bit again. Well, when this track was introduced, it was the 800th circuit, believe it or not, of course, yes, on the Formula One calendar at that time in 2008. In its inaugural race, of course, the first nighttime race ever, of course, yes, setting trends was the Marina Bay at Singapore. Fantastic, and yes, the formation lap is on. And they are all in the right order. Let me just double check. They most certainly are. And, well, fantastic. Let's just bring up some detail to see what the boys have chosen. And there you go. You can see for yourselves, folks, what the guys have chosen regarding the tyre scenario. So Snipes out there on the medium, starting from P1. And he was a little bit nervous prior to this one, but he'll be all right. It'll be good. And, yeah, just get it off the line and get it through. There is Z, of course, has got some speed on this game. And, well, joined us late as a full-time driver. And, well, there you go. Starting in P2 from that man, the Filth. There he is there. And, well, a little bit of bad luck early doors, but it's kind of paid off on this one. Starting P3 from the Filth. And, well, the Blue Dog, the first of the hard compound runners is the Blue. There he is there. And, well, looking to make that one work, of course. Jono J07 in P5 on the medium. And, well, he'll be looking to get a good getaway, of course. Salmons in P6, of course. Missed a couple of weeks and finds himself out of kilter a little bit in the championship order. Therefore, starting in P6 with this one. Brad Tay, P7 from that man. And, well, there you go. Nose to stern Coca-Cola. That is just what we've come to know and expect from these guys. Johnny M4 in P8, of course. And, well, having season is that man, the Bopton. I'll tell you what, since this lad has taken off the assist, he's just come on and come on and come on and getting better and better and quicker. And he looks very good out there, of course. Didn't have the race he would have liked last week, but that's last week. And, of course, he is on the hard compound. There is Striker, the next Coca-Cola boy, the next Coca-Cola boy on the medium in P10. Right in the middle of the pack is the Striker, followed by Middies, and there is that man, of course, the Group 1 Pink Panther. And, well, starting this one in 11th on the medium, Well, Housey has gone at the medium, and I'm not too sure if that's a bit of an error, but well, there you go. Housey has elected to go the medium. P12 from that man, and well, David will start this one on in P13, of course. Your guy JC in P14, and there you go. The strategies come up on cue almost. And well, there you go, 14th from that man, Nat Hammer, P15, hard compound from him, of course. Fury right behind in 16th. Burks, there he is there, P17, and our championship leader, Scotty, of course, looking to have a great race, and well, he'll just be looking to pick up the good points, and all the guys at the back will be, of course. They've just got to make their way through, and of course, yes, they all know what's expected of them. There is the Batman in P19, and of course, Ramsell in P20. Didn't have time to make that reserve livery. We'll get rid of that as we wait for these 5 red lights, folks. Here we go. We got 3 lights, 4 lights. We've got 5 red lights. The lights are out and away we go. Great launch there from Snipester. Fantastic. I think he's caught C napping a little bit. He's going to make it easy into turn 1. Fantastic from him. Let's just see if they all get through unscathed. Oh, dearie me, it's a bit of a Constantina effect. And who is around? Someone is around. I'm not too sure who that is. That is a Coca-Cola guy. And that might be a striker, I dare say. Oh, no, it is not. It is Nat Hammer. And, well, there you go. The car looks okay. The race is long. And that is the beauty of this one, of course. Snipester holding on to P1. There is Z, and well, Snipester putting in his car in all those right places. We're going to see some position changes. Let's just bring up the position changes, because that might help everybody at home, of course. There, look at Fury. Look at the start from that man. Up 5 spots. JC up 7. Bopton up 5. Who's the biggest losers out of this one, of course? Yes, unfortunately, Striker down 7. David down 5. Brad Tate down 8. And well, there you go. Ramsell already up 7 is junior, so doing a great job is the junior. We'll flick further afield because, well, I'll tell you what, this has got a long way to play out. Middy's getting by Fury up into P10, and well, Fury trying to get his way by Middy's, and just unable to do so at the moment. I think there's going to be a move. Johnny M4 gets his job done on his teammate, and his teammate can focus on being a little bit of a rear gunner, of course. Protect that rear wing of Johnny's, and of course, look at the Falcon guys. Your guy JC in P7, Johnny M4, P8. Oh, Middy's just spoiled it. He's thrown a Pink Panther in there in P9, and John OJ07 in P10. The Filth doing a great job in P6 at the moment. And of course, yes, Salmon's up 1 spot, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. This guy's coming on as well, and of course, doing a great job is the Salmons. Let's just see if he's going to get this job done. Oh, he's going to send it on the inside, and there you go. He's paid the price. He's paid the price, and well, there you go. A little bit of a front tap, and oh, lucky to keep a hold of that one. JC will benefit, and well, there you go. JC's right up the backside of Salmons, of course, and well, Bopton starting to drop off just a little bit. And well, Blue Dog doing a phenomenal job is the Blue Dog, of course. The top 3 hanging on at the moment, aren't they? Snipes to drop back into P2, of course, but well, that was to be expected. Z will try to stretch his legs a little bit, as I did touch on. This one has a long, long way to play out. We're going to see moves galore, folks, and I'm going to get rid of that at the moment because we kind of don't need that. There's action everywhere at the moment. Oh, a bit of a love tap there. And, well, fantastic to hold that and keep that one out of the wall. The aim of the game this round, folks, is just to bring the car home. And, well, good championship points on offer, and all the drivers know that. As, well, Z enjoying some fresh air at the front. And as we welcome the chiropractor in chat. And, well, yes, Junior on the grid. The late call-up was that man, and there you go. Bopton on the inside of Snipester, excuse me, up into P2 from him. And, well, he can focus on a little bit, getting further ahead and stretching his legs a little bit. Because the more gap they get themselves early doors, of course, the better it will be towards the end of the race. And look at the JD boys, there's 3 of them. Have a look at that. Snipester finds themselves with, of course, Fury and, excuse me, Scotty as well. So let's just bring this up as well. And JC's out. JC is out. What has happened? What has happened to the JC? That is a full course yellow, folks. That might be a safety car. Pretty sure it might be. No, it is a VSC. It is a VSC. Oh, dearie me. JC is out. We missed what happened to him. But that is unfortunate. So, well, there you go, folks. These walls around here, it is a bit of a doozy. Of course, there will be another one later on in the season, of course. And well, a more appropriate track, but it's just the way this one kind of panned out, and that hence the reason why we did Saudi Arabia prior to this one, and of course Baku. But Z enjoying a nice, comfy, fresh air, bit of a breather at the moment for all the drivers, just to calm down, have a bit of a deep breath, and a little bit of a reset before we go green. Of course, 3/10 is 0 for boys. 3/10 is 0. Don't try not to get any of those unwanted drive-through penalties for speeding under the BSC. That is just detrimental for your race. And who's Mini racing for? Well, he didn't have a chance to do the reserve livery, senior, and well, there you go. He has got one that he had already made, and we made an exception for this race. It was a late call up. He messaged in the chat, and he had one spot available, and I asked him if he wanted it, and he took it. So that's the reason, mate, and we did make that exception. So yes, we have gone green, DRS enabled, and we'll flick further afield, because what is happening here, Junior looking very, very racy. Who has he got behind him? He's got Scotty for company, and well, Middy's in front of him. So well, Junior doing great things from the back of the grid, Middy's as well, and Scotty most definitely as well. Fury up 11 spots. What a phenomenal start to this guy's Grand Prix. And who does his points go to? It goes to nobody, mate. Absolutely nobody. No team gets his points at all. So there you go. So he will just it will be in the reserve bank. And if he reserves more than 5 times or 6 times, I believe it is, it will show up on the championship tables, of course. And well, there you go. So Bobton doing a great job. He's been caught very rapidly by Fury. Fury getting extremely tail happy, and I think this is candy from a baby. He'll send that up the inside. There is a DRS zone, and Johnny M4, I tell you what, he kind of missing his front man, JC. Not too sure what happened with him, and unfortunate. That is one less Falcon out there on circuit, and if I know JC, he'd be kicking himself. Unfortunately, we did miss that, as what is happening here, there is some massive changes for position. We have got Snipester and Striker doing battle, of course, and well, Striker getting that job done. Nat Hammer way out of kilter, still in 14th. David has made a little bit of a recovery drive from a bad start in P13. How's he stayed where he was? And well, Jono J07 down 6 spots, but look at the guys up 12 spots. Fury and Junior doing a great job. Fantastic from both of them. Scotty up 9, Verks up 7. So, well, the most important part about that is Scotty finds himself ahead of Verks. And, of course, those two battling it out for this championship table. The championship trophy, I must say. And, well, albeit only on round 10, there are 19 rounds in this magnificent season of ours. And looking forward to every single one of them. There is Salmons. He's got himself a little bit of breathing space on Johnny M4, and he can start setting his sights on Z, of course. And, well, these boys are the Group 2 drivers, and be interesting to see how quickly they can catch and what is going on here. It looks like that is slow, but it's not. It must be just my tired old eyes. I'll get rid of that, of course, yes. That needs some tyres on it. Fantastic. There you go. So there we go. We can see who's who in the zoo for everybody at home. Bit of a change for position. Nat Hammer up into 13th. Just gets that job done on Jono J07. He's got Striker right behind him. Have a look at that. The Coca-Cola boys hunting in packs, if you don't mind. We'll flick further afield, because there is Verks. He's still hanging on the back of the Scotty. And, well, hasn't really made end grounds at the moment. Not too sure what is happening out there. Of course, maybe they're just taking their time, just picking their way through. What happened to Bopton? Not too sure what happened to Bopton, mate. And, well, there you go. He's down in P10 at the moment. Car looks okay, I guess. Let's just have we get an aerial right when we don't want it. They've sent the chopper up, but yes, JC has left the session. And has he got any front wing damage? No, he does not. So car looks okay. Not too sure what happened there, senior, as Striker all over the back of Jono. And have a look at this. Kind of know where to pass around here. Very much follow the lead. Follow the leader, excuse me. And, well, he has to just pick it up. There is a DRS zone just around the corner here. And I dare say Striker will use that to his full advantage. And, well, a bit tail happy coming off that exit. And it's not going to help him on the chase to that next corner. Excuse me. And, well, there you go. Jono J07 doing a fantastic job. We'll go further afield, folks, because Fury is really starting to put the pressure on Johnny M4. Have a look at this. Fury all over his gearbox. And doing a great job is the Fury. That's exactly the start he wanted. Verk starting to fire up with the fastest lap, 1 minute 34.477, if you don't mind, and finds himself just getting past Scotty as we speak. So there you go. Verk has maybe heard the call, and well, he's looking to get a move on the Filth as well. Filth trying to make his car extremely wide, and just a bit of a, oh, no. And, well, he held on to that very well, did the Filth. Fantastic. I thought he was around. It looked like he was around from that angle. But there you go. Scotty should get that job done as well, and yeah, he certainly does. Team orders, if you don't mind. Fantastic from these JD boys. Absolutely brilliant. So, Scotty up in 8th. Excuse me, Verks in 7th, of course, and where is Fury? There he is there, in P3. Fury doing great things. What a race from this man so far, and, well, good to see him way up the field. Just give me 1 second, folks. I do apologise, folks. I was just adjusting some audios in my ear, and let me know if that is too loud. If you don't mind, please, senior, that'd be great. As oh, bit of a tank slapper there. I'm not too sure what happened there. Maybe well, Jono JS7 just getting a little bit loosey goosey there. Down in 16th is the man, and well, Verks really starting to put the pressure on now, isn't he? Look at that at 134.290. As Johnny M4 has just been overtaken by Middies, and Junior is going to follow him around. Well, hopefully, no, he's not. He's going to tuck back in, and rightly so. And well, Johnny M4 just makes himself a little bit of a nuisance in the mirrors of Middies, of course. And there you go, runs a bit wide, and Junior takes it straight from him up the inside. A fantastic move from him. And well, there you go, Verks following suit. So we're going to keep an eye on this battle. This is where it's at. All the front runners are roughly there and thereabouts. And well, how's he getting by the Bobton? So Bobton just struggling a little bit at this stage of the Grand Prix on that hard compound, and probably not what he wanted. Blue Dog getting maybe a rear wing or front wing all fixed up for himself, and well, very quintessential around this circuit. Quite Canadian rage sitting in the dark. Wheel cut for the first time ever. Oh, bad luck, mate. Bad luck, JC. Bad luck, mate. Unfortunate. We did miss it on stream. And, well, we will see you next week. Hopefully you can catch the rest, stay with us and catch the rest of this race, of course. And, well, looking to shape up to be an absolute belter. Nat Hammer still in 13th, is the Nat. And, well, maybe he's not liking these street circuits as he, well, does a normal circuit, of course. And, well, he didn't like Jeddah too much at all, did he? And made that quite known. So, maybe he's just biding his time a little bit. He is on the hard compound, so his race will come to him as this one gets on. But there you go, David making the move up the inside of Bopton. Bopton is not giving it up easy and says, no, you don't, son. You stay right behind me. And Bopton holds on to P11. David P12. He's already up 1 spot, and albeit on the medium. Let's just think further afield, because what's happening here, Verk and Junior almost nose to stern, lapping very much identical, and well, Verk looking to make a move. I dare say very, very soon. He's just lining it up. But it is a DRS train around here, folks, and pretty much setup related, of course. To get that job done. But you don't want to sacrifice yourself around here too much, of course. Plenty of corners around this circuit. The air is nowhere near as dense. It is extremely humid, and well, you need a lot of aero, of course, and well, you just don't have it. You don't have that bite in the front end to make that corner, and going to lose tenfold, of course. And well, Verk is just trying, he's trying. And well, the problem is, as I did touch on, that DRS train. Scotty has joined the party, and there you go, Johnny M4 a little bit squirmish. And well, I think Scotty senses blood here. There is a DRS zone just further ahead, and I think Scotty's going to make very light work of this, folks. And let's just keep an eye on this one. So yes, rear wing will open, and well, Johnny must be spending some battery. And he certainly is, and there you go. So Johnny will hold on to that one. The trick about this circuit is, of course, folks, as you all know at home, lovers of the game, lovers of the sport, you don't want to spend that battery before you need it, of course. You certainly don't. It is overtake for a reason. Yes, as I did touch on last week, you can use it to defend, but you definitely don't want to use too much of it to defend, because when you need it, you absolutely want it. And when you don't have it, it hurts. You need to do a couple of laps of a bit of a charge. And what has happened up the front? Middies getting by Fury, and well, there you go. Up in a P3 is that man, and Fury will hang on to the rear wing of that, of that Pink Panther. And there is Junior doing his thing. And tell you what, these 4 drivers very much like almost identical time. Salmons, there he is there, up in a P2. Haven't given this man much airtime at the moment, and well, I'll tell you what, he's sort of just snuck by, hasn't he? He got up to the front and he sort of just said, you know what, I'm just quite happy doing my thing. And under the radar of these two boys up the front, see, doing a phenomenal job in P1, and he'd be loving this. He'd be absolutely loving it, these two boys. And well, there you go. Maybe Salmons has heard the call. He's just chopped a couple of tenths out of, excuse me, Z, and we're seeing a change for position, and that is Nat Hammer and Bopton. Nat Hammer going the over, over, and no, he's not. Bopton's putting that car in all those right places, albeit both of them on the hard compound. David in 13th, albeit where he started from, and Batman in 15th. Doing a great job is the Batman, and we'll start from the back of the grid. And well, doing a very, very good job is the Batman. Striker is up there in 14th as well, just ahead of him. And well, there you go. We'll flick further afield again because well, this battle is enthralling. This is where it's at, folks. We are going to stay with this, Johnny and Scotty as well. So tell you what, if they can close up, and Jono J07, a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. Wow, that is huge. That is massive. Not too sure why that is 10 seconds, but that is huge. For corner cutting, my eyes did not deceive me. I'm pretty sure that said corner cutting, but anyway, there you go. So 10 seconds for corner cutting is a bit excessive. We'll see what we can do with that. Make sure you've got your race director there, Jono J07, if you are listening, of course. And well, there you go. Ramsdale Jr. has boxed. And well, on go the hard compound. 9-lap old mediums are the runs out there at the moment, and they will be feeling the pinch of that tyre, of course. But Junior out of kilter, he is a reserve. He won't score points. He's not part of this championship. And well, there you go. So the fight is what is happening out on track. Yellow flags in Sector 1, and well, that was a blue dot, and I'm not too sure if that was just a little bit of a rub against the wall. Yes, Middies did get Fury. Got him a couple of laps ago there, chiropractor, excuse me. And he certainly did. And well, Middies trying to set his target on Salmons. Fury ain't letting him go. He's hanging on to that DRS zone, isn't he? And of course, he's got Verb right up his clacker. Where is Scotty? There he is there. 4.5 seconds, a little bit of drift, and well, not much Fury can do about it. He's got to run his own race. It'd be great if he could be a bit of a hindrance to Scotty, but he's just too far back. And of course, that is the well, the beauty or the detriment, whatever you want to call it. Of course, yes, starting with a reverse grid in the championship order. But so far, so good. These boys have done a fantastic job, and all pats on the back for every single one of them so far. Lap 10 of 31, and well, there is David up into 12th place. Nat Hammer slowly making progress, isn't he? Up into P11, and just going about his business. He knows it's double points, so wants to get a good fistful of points, excuse me. And the main thing is just finish the race. Scotty, 5 seconds. There is Verks, 4 tenths off the back of Fury. Fury still is barely hanging on to that DRS zone, isn't he? Middies is doing his absolute darndest to send it, but no, he hasn't got it this one. And Fury's rear wing will open. It's going to save him a little bit from Verks, and that's probably what he needs. He just needs to hang on to the back of that glorious 1 second or less under Middies, and well, he kind of use that as a bit of a defense mechanism as well. So Middy's doing a great job. Salmons has creeped right up the back of Z, and it's now within 8 tenths. So Salmons has caught right within DRS zone. And a couple of laps, that was 1.5, 1.6 seconds. Well, these mediums around here, are probably around about 13, top 14 laps. So I wouldn't go any much more than that, I dare say. And yeah, that'd be hurting. The boys will be feeling the tyres at the moment, and well, they're doing their best to just keep on keeping on. But we're going to keep an eye on Junior. Where is he, of course? And there he is there. Of course, he's come out in clean air, and that's exactly what he wanted. P14. He was one of the front runners, of course, and the first of them to stop on the hard compound, if you don't mind, and he stopped on lap 10, so he's expected to do 21 laps. Oh, dearie me, it was nearly a brush with the wall. And 21 laps on that hard compound. I dare say they would make it, but he's going to be hurting towards the end. He's probably thinking undercut. And like most tracks on this game, the undercut is absolutely powerful. We'll flick further afield because, oh, there you go. Verk in the pit lane. He's thought, you know what, time to get rid of these mediums. Might come out, if I can come out in clean air, it's going to help him, of course. And, well, it's given Fury some chance to breathe a little bit and just focus on the guy in front. And let's just see how that pans out for him, of course. Filthy doing a great job. Up into P7 still. Excuse me. And, well, yeah, Junior probably going for a 2-stop, most likely. We'll see how this one pans out. And there you go. Fastest lap from that man on cue. 1 minute 33.5, if you don't mind. He has got some speed, has the young fella these days on the game, of course, and doing a great job is Junior. Excuse me, Nat Hammer up in a P10. He's pretty much following Bopton right around this circuit, isn't he? These two have been nose to stern for quite a number of laps, and well, just following suit as they are. And these two, David and Striker, of course. Where is Housey? Housey's just a little bit further afield, but it is the Group 3 battle between David, Housey, and Striker, of course, and very, very. Very, very close. Chiropractor saying, don't pump him up too much. He's already got a massive ego. That's okay, mate. He's a good lad. And we'll make sure we'll keep him in check for you, Senior. But yes, he's doing a great job, is the Junior. But yes, you made me lose my train of thought. But anyway, we'll push on. Salmons, as I did touch on, yes, he's still hovering within that 6/10, isn't he? I think these mediums are absolutely done. Let's just see if the front runners, are they going to go in? No, they are not. So what is happening out there? Who is yet to stop? Fury goes around again. Scotty goes around again. And, well, just keep an eye on Johnny M4 to see if he's going to box. No, he certainly is not. So there you go. Filthy in the pit lane. So there you go. One of the first ones to blink. Housey, what's he going to do? He's going to go around again. Of course he is. Nat Hammer on the hard compound. Well, the hard compound runners, they can run for a little bit longer just yet. Burke has come out in some clean air, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered in P14. And he can really start focusing on the guys. Well, that gap, can't he? He might be able to absolutely undercut, depending on how long it takes for these boys to actually get rid of that medium compound and how much time they're losing. Because we did see the hard compound has got the fastest lap of the race at the moment, that being in Junior. And well, Z and Salmons have joined the party. Yes, look how close it is now. And let's not count out middies, of course. This guy has got some rapid speed. And doing a great job is the middies up into P3. Fury's still hanging on to that DRS zone. And well, Scotty just dropped off a little bit, hasn't he? And well, he's gapped Johnny M4, which is the main thing. And well, the front runners, the front 7, yet to stop. And there you go, Blue Dog with a bit of a warning. And well, there you go. How's he just getting well out of the way, knowing that's not his race? He must have seen the Junior come up quick and fast and thought, you know what, I am not going to waste time battling him. He can go, I'll live to fight another day. And that's probably smart racing from Housey, knowing where his fight is out on track. And of course, you wouldn't expect anything less from the lefty. And well, done it for many, many years. And well, very, very smart from that man. And well, the gaps have stabilised, folks. We're looking for the pit stops. And there you go. There you go. Coca-Cola, look at that. Look at that. So Salmon's middies in, almost thinking exactly the same thing. And gives Fury a chance to get after Z. And there is Z just ahead of him. 1.9 seconds, if you don't mind. Fury is pushing. Have a look at the state of those rears. They are absolutely disgusting. These tyres must be screaming. And, well, for all the guys out there yet to stop, they must be screaming on the medium, of course. That's Johnny M4, Scotty, Fury, Z, and, well, we'll throw in, of course, Housey as well, and the Striker. So, well, there you go. Housey, there he is there in P6, and just have a look at his rears. His rears look a little bit better than Johnny M4's. They looked absolutely horrible. Look how bad they look, blistered and all. And, well, there you go. Let's just keep an eye on that. Nat Hammer in P7, and that hard compound is really starting to pay off now, isn't it? Of course, yes, his race would come to him towards the later stages because there wasn't many out there that started this one on the hard compound. So Nat doing a fantastic job just to keeping on, and in P7, Housey right behind him. And, well, I was very shocked to see Housey start on the medium. And, well, we'll get his thoughts on that a little bit later on. And, well, Johnny M4 making a huge error. And, well, says, you know what, maybe the tyres are absolutely cooked. And, well, he has let Junior go and couldn't even make that chicane. So I think we're going to see some pit stops very, very soon, folks. Let's just go up to the leader. Let's have a look to see if C goes in. And there you go, bang, he is in. Fury in. Let's just see if Scotty follows suit. I dare say he will. Yeah, 13 lap old mediums. They're done. They've got to be done. He will go into the pit lane. I dare say Scotty certainly does. It's such a tricky pit lane, this one. Johnny M4 will be doing the same. I dare say, look how much time he's losing through those corners. It is just not happening for him. So 13 laps is probably the max you will get out of him. And, well, fantastic from those boys. There you go. So they will get rid of the medium. The hard compound will go on. And, well, there you go. Look at Ferks 3.2 seconds behind Junior. 2 lap better off on the hard compound. And, well, there you go. Verkskin set his sights on Junior. And, well, I'll tell you what, Junior just redded a beauty, didn't he? Boxed a lap earlier than most, or a couple of laps earlier than most. And, yeah, got his head down in that clean air. And there you go. There is the reward. We have a full course yellow. What has happened? What has happened out there on circuit? Not too sure, folks. I don't see the safety car dot. Is it a VSC? It certainly is a VSC. And not too sure why that is there. Not too sure. Well, there we go, Jono. Oi. Well, that's not what you want to see. So, unfortunately, Jono J07 out of this one, and that is that. So that is 2 Falcons out of this Grand Prix. Yeah, exactly, Senior. Exactly, mate. So it is still a VSC. Thank God for that, because we want that to be a safety car. And, well, there you go. Speeding under VSC. 0.3. It'll catch you out every time. And wowee! Bopton is around. Bopton is around. And there you go, just trying to spin it around. Bopton, you can reset, mate. You can reset on this track. Of course, it's in the rules. You certainly can reset as long as it's safe to do so. And well, don't keep on that. Do apologise, folks. Flick further afield, and well, I'll tell you what, it's just starting to unravel just a little bit as well, Jono J07 leaving this one. And well, there you go. 2 Falcons out. That is not what the doctor ordered. They had 4 drivers, 4 of their drivers in. And there you go. Out of this session is 2 of them. And that will hurt. That will hurt the championship, of course. And I'll get to see what will happen with the stewards with that regarding Jono J07, of course. And there you go. As every week, Salmons, Nat Hammer, nose to stern. And Nat Hammer still circulating on the set he started with and doing a great job is Nat. Up into 4th place, if you don't mind. Salmon's doing a phenomenal job as well. P3 from that man. He's already got rid of that medium. 2 lap old hards, and he can really just start to, well, maybe help his teammate out. Do the Coca-Cola thing, of course. He's got Z right behind him. And, well, Z being Verk's teammate. And, well, trying to do Verk's a bit of a solid as well. Where is Fury? There he is there. And P6 from that man. So, must have lost out a little bit. He certainly did, of course, because, well, Nat Hammer yet to stop. Junior absolutely reading a blinder and well, getting that pit stop early and undercutting absolutely everybody. Same with Verks, and well, Salmons has just dropped off a little bit there. And well, there you go. So Nat Hammer has got his rear wing full of Z, and Z is piling on the pressure as we speak. We're going to keep an eye on this, folks, because we can see a move happening any minute now. Z goes around the outside. Is he going to make it stick? He certainly is going to make it stick. What a move from that man. Brilliant. Z throws himself up into P4. Fury follows him through, up into P5. Nat Hammer down to P6. And there you go. Middies follows through as well. So Nat has just had a horrid couple of corners there. And went from P4 all the way down to P7, folks. And, well, Nat's race, as I did touch on, will come to him as this race goes on. Middies is all over Z. Look at that. And there you go. Job done from that man. P5. You can set his sights on Fury. Who is next? There you go. Snipester and Bopton. What is happening there? And, well, there you go. Bopton with that little bit of a spin, a bit of car damage, and Snipester throws himself up into P17. There is Housey and Brad Tay doing battle, if you don't mind. Excuse me. Brad Tay in the pit lane. Striker up into P12, right behind Housey. There it is there, folks. You can see it for yourself. And, well, doing a fantastic job is the striker. What has happened to Z? And just lost a couple of spots, and there you go. Nat Hammer tries to get it back, and Z goes, no you don't, I want it back. And throws it around the outside. P6, P7, so it's a pretty ring-a-ding-ding battle from those 2 boys, and I dare say long may it continue, but Nat will need to, Nat will need to stop, get rid of that hard compound, throw a set of mediums on, and try and make it to the end. Verk within 6/10 of Junior, and there he is there, of course, doing a phenomenal job. So Verks has got his work cut out. He really wants this race win, doesn't he, folks? And you can see him plying on the pressure to Junior. And 2/10. Look at this, folks. I dare say, let's just see how this next couple of corners. He wants a good run out of this last corner. And well, let's just see how this one plays out. Excuse me. Verks will have that DRS, and he needs a good slingshot off that last one. And I tell you what, Junior nailed it as well. But I think Verks should get it. Oh, he's decided to bail out. He's decided to bail out. Maybe just hang a little bit with the young fella. And these 2 are lapping at very much similar speeds, of course. We'll flick further down because Housey and David, there they are there. And look, the Group 3 battle, David, Housey, Striker, and it exactly in that order, if you don't mind. And, well, they always find themselves nose to stern. And, well, where is B1 and B2? And they certainly are together. Brad Tay, Blue Dog, 15th and 16th. And I was going to say Housey, David, Striker. David, Housey, Striker could be the new B1, B2, but there is no such thing as a B3. But there you go. Brad Tay and Blue Dog, nose to stern on track this season. And that is very familiar for our eyes. And the SX are faithful out there. Fantastic. As Scotty starts to put the pressure on Nat. And, well, we absolutely overshot that corner. Gives Nat a little bit of breathing space, but I reckon this is just a matter of time, folks. Nat really struggling on 17-lap-old hard compounds, and he's, Scotty just loving the benefit of that fresh hard. So doing a great job is the Scotty. What's happened up the front? I do apologise. There you go. Verk and Junior doing battle. Junior around the outside, Verk on the inside, and Verk has got that job done. Fantastic. So Junior tucks in, and, well, there you go. I dare say this is going to be a race-long battle between these two. And, well, fantastic from those two. There is Scotty, still behind Nat. Is he going to get the job done? Oh, dearie me. Just gave him a little bit of a love tap. And up the inside he goes. And, of course, Nat Hammer down in 17 lap-old hards. The only one out there yet to stop. And, well, there you go, if you don't mind. Junior gets the job back. And, Verk into P2. This is going to be a DRS battle, folks. It'll all be about the timing on the last lap, I dare say, if it's going to be like this, folks. As we'll flick further down because Housey is still catching, isn't he? He's closing and closing slowly but surely as we're seeing, well, Nat Hammer getting rid of that hard compound finally. And, well, he'll put on a fresh set of mediums. And love the grip for the first few laps. And maybe you can start making end grounds in on this running order, of course, as I'll flick further up because, well, this battle here for P1 is still alive and well. Junior's just backed off a little bit, 0.4 of a second as, well, there you go, Nat Hammer. Batman jumps him in the pit lane and comes out in P13. A very tricky pit lane to get right is this one. And, well, entry and exit, and there you go. You've got to put the power down as well on cold tyres. Run the car out not too wide, but wide enough so you don't light up those rear wheels, and get as much purchase as you possibly can through that rubber onto the tarmac, and really start to scamper down the track. And, well, Nat looks like he's done that absolutely brilliantly. Housey, 0.6 of a second now, as, well, these gaps have stabilised, haven't they? They certainly have. So this is where it's at, folks. This is where it's at. This is a great battle, this one here. And Fury and Salmons as well. So Fury is starting to close down on Salmons, and he's now within that DRS zone, which is exactly what Fury wanted, of course. Yes, 1 lap fresher hard compounds. Middy's there as well, and in P5, and maybe he's just doing a bit of a charge, and had to charge that battery a little bit because he was absolutely flying through, wasn't he, at one point of the Grand Prix, and you just can't keep that up, of course. The battery is the battery, and does go flat, needs a bit of a charge, and does take a lap or two to get that one done. We'll flick down to Housey because, well, this battle is still alive and well, and well, just can't make any end grounds, isn't it? They're very much almost lapping these three are almost lapping at the same speed. The gaps have not changed in the last couple of laps, which is fantastic to see. And we'll stay with Fury because this is going to get juicy, I dare say. Salmon's doing his absolute best to, well, keep the Fury behind, and, well, I think Fury senses blood here. Got to keep an eye on the front as well because there is Junior, there is Verks, and I'll tell you what, Junior is keeping him honest, isn't he, folks? He most certainly is. Oh, dearie me! Dearie me, what has happened there? And around goes Junior, and well, there you go. Yellow flag, sector 3. Yellow flag, sector 3, and well, there you go. He's got no front wing, and well, that has just affected his race. Let's just have a bit of a sneaky peek at Verk, and well, Verk's got a full front wing, so not too sure what happened there. Whether Junior got it all wrong. But Verk is still circulating. No damage by the look of things from that camera angle. And Fury's going to send it up the inside. He certainly is. Oh, dearie me. A bit argy-bargy. I tell you what, Junior's got no front wing. He's got no front wing. The wash would have been disgusting. And Fury would not have known that. So there you go. Fury up into P2. Salmon's P3. And have a look at Middy's come alive. Have a look at Middy's come alive. He's going to go. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me, boys. That was... that was not right, of course. Yes, a bit of a touch there, and well, a bit of a wheel bang, and that is exactly what happens, folks. dare say there will be more to hear from that one about that particular incident. There you go, Junior getting that front wing all sorted out. Housey up into P9, David 8, and of course Striker in P10. And Striker, there you go, look at that, almost as the doctor ordered. Whack within that DRS zone, and there you go. The Group 3 Championship has well and truly come alive. It is with these three boys, of course. Unfortunately, Bender missing this one, and well, where is the Filth in P14? Had a bit of a shaky start to the season, but he's come good as the Filth, and it is great to see him circulating, just doing his thing, and absolutely brilliant from you. Welcome back, Filth. The Orange Army is screaming your name, mate. Absolutely brilliant. As we'll flick further up because, well, that has stabilised, hasn't it, folks? So pretty much as you were, isn't it? Lap 21 of 31. Let's just have a look to see these penalties for everybody at home. And well, there you go, folks. 3 seconds to Johnny, 3 to Batman, 3 to the Blue Dog. And, well, there you go. That is who in the zoo. The two stoppers, excuse me, Ramsell, Brad Tay, Blue Dog, Snipester, and the Bobton all stopping twice. And, folks, get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. We might as well just get on and some camera on some. Well, we got a new follow. Excuse me, Jam 1B3. I do apologise. That didn't come up, and I don't know why it hasn't come up, but it's coming up now. Thank you very, very much for your follow, mate. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Southern Cross Racing, and well, this is where it's at, of course. Reverse grid in the championship order. Double championship points on offer, folks. And well, there you go. So far, so good. I only had 2 retirements. Jono J07 and your guy JC, unfortunately retiring from this one, and not scoring a good chunk full of points, of course, but there is another one, and Blue Dog is out as well. Blue Dog is out as well. And there you go. There you go. Where is he? We are just approaching him now. There he is there. There he is there. Unfortunate from the blue. And, well, there you go. One Lamborghini out as well. And Bobton, I think he might have some rear wing damage because he banged himself into the wall a little bit rear-ended wise. And, yeah, it seems like he is struggling with the rear end of that car just a little bit. But he wants the points. He knows it's double points on offer. He's just trying to bring it home. And, of course, yes, you'll get points if you finish this one. He certainly most definitely will. As Middies has come alive again, hasn't he? 3 tenths behind Salmons. And, let's just see if this job can get done cleanly. Of course, Salmon's putting in his car in all those wrong spots that Middies doesn't want it. Absolutely parking it on the apex, putting it in the middle of the track, and just making life hard for Middies. And let's just see how this one pans out. We're going to stay with this one, folks, because I reckon, look at that, there you go, he goes defensive. He's going to make Middies go around the long way, and he certainly has. Absolutely stunning from Middies, and well, that's what should have happened the first time round, boys. You got it done in the end. Fantastic from you. Up into P3, Middies. Salmons down into P4. Great job from Salmons, as Blue Dog has left the session, folks. Housey's still hovering, isn't he? 5 tenths of a second. 2 lap better old tyres. This is going to come to Housey a little bit later on, I dare say, because, yeah, I mean, 2 lap fresh tyres towards the end of the Grand Prix is absolutely going to pay off in spades, of course. And well, there is Salmon still trying to hang on to Middies. We'll flick further afield because what has happened here? There is Junior all over Nat Hammer. He's closing. And, well, had to get a front nose change, of course. Not too sure how that came about. We did see Junior almost in the wall there at one point. And of course, hurting his front wing. And well, there you go, folks. Striker come from nowhere around the outside of Housey, up into P9, if you don't mind. Housey in P10. And there you go. I'll tell you what, Striker wants to make amends, doesn't he? He's got the grip between the teeth, does the fella. And I'll tell you what, let's just keep an eye on this interval. Look at it come down. He's absolutely sending it. He's already gained 4 tenths of a second on David. So maybe David, just a little bit of a wake-up call, thought, holy shit, I've got to get a move on here, folks. And, well, let's just keep an eye on those gaps, of course. We'll flick further down because, well, I'll tell you what, Junior is starting to catch, isn't he? Maybe he's just petered out a little bit. And, well, there you go. He's got front wing damage yet again. Not too sure if he's rubbed the wall yet again, but there you go. No end plate on the right or left-hand side by the look of that. Let's just double check. No, just the right-hand side. And he will be struggling around every single left-hander. So, yes, unfortunate from the Junior. You'll have to get that one all fixed up And well, there is Housey still hanging on, isn't he? Nat Hammer further behind them, excuse me. And a little bit of an out of kilter race for Nat. I really don't think he likes these street circuits. And well, thank God this is the last one of the season, I dare say. Well, this kind of circuit anyway. We've just done Azerbaijan, Baku, and Jeddah, excuse me, Saudi Arabia. And we are at the Marina Bay, Singapore. So whack, whack, and whack. And, well, the survival of the fittest. The boys have done a fantastic job to bring all the cars home, as I did touch on. Yes, unfortunately losing 3 at the moment on lap 24 of 31, folks. Blue Dog, unfortunately, missing him. There you go, DNF from that man. P18, 19, Jono, J07. And your guy JC was early doors as he had a great start from the back of the field. Did JC, made it all the way up to, I think it was P5 or P6 it was. And then, yeah, not too sure. We did miss it on stream on what happened to him. But fantastic. It was a great start, but yeah, just unfortunately not bring that one to the checkered flag. And he did jump in at chat, and he was a little bit upset with himself. But we will see him next week. And of course, next week is Imola. And well, there you go. There is Junior out of this one. And yeah, most certainly is in the wall, and that is a full safety car. So this is a free pit stop for absolutely everybody, folks. Let's just see who will take it. I dare say they all will, because you'd be kind of crazy not to. Yes, it is a freebie. Oh, there you go, folks. Well, yeah, you'll have to, you might have to answer to your old man there, Junior. No, I'm joking, mate. It's all good, mate. No, thank you very much for being a part of it, mate. And, well, next time, make sure you've got that reserve livery all sorted. As, well, Striker speeding in the pit lane. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So that is not what you want. Snipester, 3 seconds for track limits. And there you go. So this is a bit of a reset, folks. As Junior's saying, it keeps Verks well-deserved if he wins. Yeah, absolutely. Verks is quality. It's class of the field at the moment this season, and doing a great job is the Verks. P1 at the moment, as I did touch on, all these guys should get rid of these compounds. Everyone should get a free pit stop here. And I dare say you're going to see plenty of action in the pit lane. Well, Brad Tay's kind of thinking track position, so he's continued and he's stayed out there, of course. And let's just have a look at the guys up the front. Well, there you go, Housey. Not too sure if they had made the... they've not picked up the safety car yet, so I dare say they're all going to stop. They are just out of kilter where the track is and where the safety car is, of course. And it's going to pick them up all nicely, of course. Bopton, there he is there. Let's just keep an eye on the Bopton. The Ringapore, nice. There he is, the new Portonian. And, well, hope he had a great sleep and well-deserved too. Poor bugger, his body clock is all over the joint. And we do appreciate the support. And, well, thank you very much for being here, Troft. And, well, giving me a giggle, as you do with your weekly sentences. Absolutely stunning. But I think, well, they're adhering to a Delta at the moment. But I think Bopton has got rear wing damage at the moment. And, yeah, he's just, well, he was struggling under green flags, wasn't he? And, yes, Burke leading this one. And look at it, all on the soft compound. The boys will be behind the safety car for 3 laps, folks. 3 laps, then we'll get racing. And a short sprint to the flag, of course. And, well, there's no need to hurry, is there? Of course, you just want to keep as much tyre life as you possibly can in those softs, and the more you can save, of course, in this part of the Grand Prix behind a safety car, the better it will be for you towards the end of the race, of course. You don't want to burn them up too quick just trying to catch the safety car. The safety car will wait for you guys, of course. Yes, it certainly will. I mean, it doesn't take much to catch. So, look at the different thought processes out there from the drivers. So the top 3 on the smart soft compound, excuse me. Salmon's on the medium. There is Z in the, Lamborghini livery. P5 on the soft. The first, well, Scotty's gone the hard compound. Well, not too sure if he didn't have, well, he should have had tyres. It was a lobby reset, so not too sure if that was a bit of a Jeff moment from the Lamborghini engineer. Telling Scotty, well, not selecting the right tyre, and, well, there you go. On the hard compound. Could be on purpose, I'm not too sure, folks. Johnny M4 in P7 on the soft. Very much David, Housey, and Nat Hammer thinking exactly the same. Batman, there he is there on the hard compound, and he's I think he started this Grand Prix on the medium. He went to the hard, and then he's gone the hard again. So there you go. There you go from the Batman. Striker on the soft, Filth on the soft, and wow, there you go. Cross the pit lane. There you go. Whack. It'll get you every time. As Brad Tay there on the soft as well. Snipes has not stopped, and there you go. He's throwing it in the pit lane now, getting rid of that old set, and yeah, most likely, yeah, certainly will, because that should be a freebie for him. And fantastic from that man. There is the Bopton. So might as well take full advantage of it, Snipes, and put whatever compound you have left, of course. And well, there you go. Around this safety car. Behind this lap we go. And first safety car of the race. We had 2 VSCs and 1 safety car. And yeah, just unfortunate. Just quintessential of this circuit, of course. And yeah, just that's exactly what happens. Excuse me, folks. I'm going to go on a brief mute. I need do apologise, folks. I am back, and yes, we are behind the safety car. So I dare say it'll go around another time yet. Another 2 times. This is the last Bopton. So oh, there you go. Wow, safety. That's a wow, that was quick. That was quick. So there you go. Safety car in this lap. So well, didn't even wait for the back markers to catch the field. How's that? Thank you very much, Bert. Much appreciated, FIA. That was only a lap or 2. It wasn't even the standard 3. But there you go. Unfortunate for the guys towards the back, but has definitely bunched the top half of the field up. And, well, there you go. You can see for yourself. Stay with Fury. Won't give anyone an inkling on when Burke is going to go, if they are watching or what have you. But keep an eye on this. And it looks like he is absolutely gone. Picked his moment brilliantly as the Burkster. And there you go. Stunning restart from him. Fury very much following suit, not caught napping too much, I dare say. And Mitty's very much in the same boat. I'll tell you what, the top 6 or 7, almost identical restarts. Fantastic restart from the whole group. As Nat Hammer looking to close in on the Housey. There he is there. Nat Hammer getting real racy towards the end of the Grand Prix. Must love the softer compound. And let's just see how this one pans out. And Housey putting these car in all of those places that Nat doesn't want it. And Nat should get a good launch off that. But side by side with Housey. Housey sees him. And Housey will have the inside lane. Let's just see how this one pans out. But no, that is the benefit of the, well, Nat Hammer being a Group 1 driver, of course, getting that job done around Housey, and that is no disrespect to that man, of course, but well, Nat Hammer and a little bit of a mare to his expectations of late, and well, I dare say, I'm sorry to touch on it, Nat, but it just seems like these street circuits are killing you at the moment, and you'll be very much looking forward to the end of this one, I dare say, mate. But nevertheless, keep pushing, mate. Keep pushing. Big points on offer here. And P9 from you, doing a great job and really starting to close in on David. Nat has come alive. Have a look at him. He certainly has come alive. And while the guys in front might be a little bit wary as, well, excuse me, David, a Group 3 driver, Nat Group 1, and tell you what, Johnny M4 Group 2, he's all over Scotty too as well. He's got to keep an eye on what's happening behind him because his teammate's being a perfect rear gunner and absolutely stunning from the David as Verk sets the fastest lap at 1 minute 31.369, if you don't mind. Middies is closing on Fury and closing fast. Have a look at this, folks, as, wow, ouch. Corner penalty, and that is 3 seconds to the Salmons man. Unfortunate from him. Lap 29 of 31. This one is almost done and dusted, folks. Absolutely stunning from the whole grid. Brilliant, brilliant job, must be said. 2 laps remaining, if I dare say so. And well, there you go. Striker and Batman doing battle as well. And Striker just lost out a little bit there on that round of pit stops, I dare say, in that safety car period, because he finds himself behind Housey. What has happened up the front? What has happened here? And, well, there you go. Johnny M4 down into P7. Scotty 6th. Z 5th. Salmons 4th. And, of course, let's just keep an eye on this battle for 3rd and 2nd. Of course, Middies and Fury. This battle might go to the flag. Fury wants it. He wants it big time. He's had a phenomenal race as the Fury. And, well, there you go. Very, very great start. Very good start from that man. And he's just kept on keeping on. He's doing all the things right, keeping his car pointed in the right direction, hitting those apexes, got great lap speed as well, and very, very consistent laps at the same time. And that's what you've got to do, folks. And we'll hold you in good stead. Fury, no slouch either, and doing a great job, of course. There is Z, just having a look to see what's happening right in front of him. And of course, as I did touch on, yes, he is looking at that Salmons and Fury battle. And, well, I'll tell you what, he might just want a piece of that one towards the end of the race. We are approaching the very end of the Grand Prix. The penultimate lap, folks, the penultimate lap. And Verk leading this one by 2.7 seconds. Fantastic job from the Verkster. There is Fury, just keeping, he's got his mirrors full, hasn't he? Not really focusing on catching Fury. He's focusing on keeping Middies at bay. And Middies doing everything he can. He's making his car big, of course, and, well, keeping Fury guessing, of course. Fury just... he's got some great speed, does the man. It's not going to be easy for the Middies, and I'll tell you what, Middies might need to set this one up. But he's running out of laps, folks. He is running out of laps, as Z can still see what's going on in front of him. And Scotty might just have to be happy with 6th place at the moment. Johnny M4 is there, and I'll tell you what, he's got Nat Hammer for company. Johnny M4 must have a 3-second penalty. He certainly does. And there you go. He will lose a couple of spots. He's got to get a move on, does Johnny M4, if he wants to sort of take that good bulk of points on this double points round, of course. And there you go. Absolutely stunning. 1 lap older tyres than the Nat Hammer. And there you go. So, well, it's not really going to matter too much. Yellow flags in sector 3. And that must be for the Bobton. It certainly is. I think he's got rear wing damage. And he's just trying to keep it to the end of the race to get the points, of course. And we do praise him for that. Fantastic from the Bobton. Keep it on, mate. Good job. And, well, of course, DNF last week. And, yeah, these street circuits are tough, folks. These quick street circuits are tough. Of course, when you're pushing the limits. And, yes, you've got guys behind you, guys in front. You really want a good result. That's, well, it's all about the pressure, isn't it? And, well, you've got to keep cool. You've got to keep calm. Take that deep breath. Relax those shoulders and just focus on your lines, and it will hold you in good stead, of course. You don't race well when you're agitated, angry, upset, or frustrated, or anything like that. Just got to keep you cool. As there you go. Let's just see if Middies is going to get the job done. We are on the last lap. He's left it to the last lap, and let's just see if Salmons can follow him through. He certainly cannot. Salmons has to tuck in. Middies inherits P2, and there you go. Fantastic from that man. And I'll tell you what, Middies just... did he just get a penalty? He certainly did just get a penalty. And let's just have a look at that. He certainly did. 3 seconds, whack. And that's going to hurt. No, no, no. And all that good work he just did has just been undone, of course. Fury will hang on to the back of that and take P2 if you don't mind. Salmons will get on the podium as well. If it stays this way, of course, there is the Verk. Half a lap remaining. Very, very good from the Verkster. Had a bit of a battle with Junior early doors, and I'll tell you what, great to see him bring this one home, and exactly what he wanted. Middies doing a great job as well, and he's trying to reel in Verk. Let's not count out the Middies. This championship is just on the halfway point, folks. There is a long way to go. This championship ain't over by a long, long shot. Plenty of swings and roundabouts to happen in the meantime. We'll flick further up because there is Verks. He's about to take the checkered flag. Fantastic win from the Verkster. P1. Very, very good from that man. Middies takes out P2. And, of course, Fury P3. Salmons P4 from that man. And, excuse me, no, he doesn't. He's had a time penalty as well. So it'll be Verk, Fury, Z, Middies, Scotty, Salmons, Nat Hammer, David, Housey, Johnny M4, Striker, Filthy Orange, the Batman, of course, Brad Tay, there he is there. Snipe start bringing it home in 15th, fantastic from him. And, well, the Bopton just trying to tiptoe around, yeah, he most certainly has rear wing damage. And fantastic from the Bopton, just bringing it home. Brilliant from that man. Stunning job. So he's about to take the checkered flag, albeit a lap further down. will stay with Snipester because he'll be the next one to cross the line, the last one to cross the line in 15th. Bopton behind him, a further lap behind. As I did touch on, rear wing damage is, well, I tell you what, absolutely tough around any circuit, let alone a street circuit. And, well, hats off to the Bopton for bringing this one home. Hats off to the Snipester for bringing it home as well. Fantastic, boys. Great race, absolutely stunning. Bring up these timing trees. The boys will celebrate, of course, and, well, a great drive from the lot of them. Yes, of course, with racing, there will be a few disappointments, but that's to be expected. But overall, a great race. I'll tell you what, no stranger to the Verkster, and there he is there, and, well, fantastic. P1 from that man, and, well, let's say that puts him back right on top of the pile, and fantastic from that man. The fastest lap went to Verks. The driver of the day, according to the game, went to Verks. The most overtake was for Fury. We're going to go and do these timing screens first. Of course, yes, the fastest lap of the Grand Prix was Verks with a 1 minute 31.369, if you don't mind. Very, very good. As we'll go further down. We're going to go on a brief pause, folks, as we do every week, and get the drivers in for an interview. We'll give you our driver of the day as well, and hopefully get them all in for an interview. Stay with us. We'll be back with you in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, we are back. We have our drivers in for the interviews, of course, and our driver of the day. Well, I tell you what, I usually like the co-commentator to just go, where do you want to start from? But no, we'll start from our third place man. And, well, I'll tell you what, he can talk us through it. What an absolute stunning drive from this man. Z, congratulations. I tell you what, mate. Loved the clean air at the start of the Grand Prix, and I tell you what, just held on to bring it home in P3, of course, benefiting from a couple of time penalties ahead of you. But nevertheless, mate, that was one quality drive. You should be absolutely proud of that one. Fantastic from you, Z. P3, mate. Talk us through it.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough sort of a race in the end. I was pretty lucky that the other two guys picked up a couple of time penalties, but you could kind of see it coming, so I was just kind of sitting behind, making sure I was just keeping it clean myself and trying to not get any track limits myself. But yeah, start of the race went well, got past pretty early and maintained a bit of a gap, but yeah, it was just it was just I probably should have boxed the lap earlier onto the hard tyres, and then once the safety car came at the end, it was just a no-brainer to jump onto the softs and just stay as close as we could. But yeah, it was a very tough race. Great, definitely some wheel bashing.
Yeah.
But it's Singapore. What do you expect?
Yeah.
It's going to happen. A couple of Lando moves, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there is anything untoward, of course, there is a full stewards there for a reason, of course. But nevertheless, we will not harp on that. But talk about you, Z, mate. Congratulations, man. That was quality. You just did what you did, consistent laps. And I'll tell you what, you had some guys breathing down your neck there at various moments, but you held your nerve. And it was very interesting that last 4 or 5 laps towards the end of the Grand Prix. Tell you what, you were licking your lips there. I think all you boys at the front were, because it was very, very close. And it was just a matter of waiting to see if someone tripped up. But nevertheless, he's brought it all home, and fantastic. A great chunk of points for your good self there, my friend. And, P3 from you. So, well, that'll hold you in good stead, mate. So congratulations on a great, solid drive, man. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, that was a great race. Great points for the team. Double podium for Lambo. So double points, double podium.
Hey,
the
there you go.
Let's go.
There it is, brilliant. So I'll tell you what, Lambo's looking to make amends, of course, and well, a lot of you scoring good points, so fantastic to see. I tell you what, we'll move to our second place man, and I tell you what a launch this man had. He started from almost the very back. I think it was 16th you started from there, Fury, and well, fantastic to what you almost P5 after a couple of laps there. It was phenomenal to see you carve your way through that, and I wasn't too sure if the sea parted for you. You were just picking them off nicely, but nevertheless, mate, it held you in good stead for that whole race. It set it up beautifully, and well, it was just a matter of keeping it pointing all in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely some sketchy moments in that race. The start line was nuts. I got a really good launch, and I just kind of nearly like the seas parted in front of me for launch. Like the car just gripped up straight away. I had no problems, no wheel spin, no nothing. I just kind of found all this open air because I'm just watching every car dip right and left and into the middle, and I'm just kind of like, well, I'm just kind of creating my own space here, and then bottlenecked a little bit in turn one, and then luckily enough, being on the inside, there was a car kind of half spinning on the outside, which then held up a few guys, and kind of chaos at lap one, which is not unheard of at Singapore. It's Singapore. Bottlenecks pretty quickly when you've got kind of cars all over the shop. So once I kind of got through that, it was just settling into a rhythm and starting to pick guys off, and try and pick up as many cars quickly as I could. I found I got up to Midas pretty quickly, so my next thought was, okay, if I can get ahead of him and try to put one car between us, that way he's got to overtake someone, and I've got that bit of air gap to try and gap away a little bit to give myself some space. And kind of thought Verk was in Trouble Street for a while, and found out he was pretty much on my tail end towards the back end of his stint before he stopped. But that's not a big surprise. The man is absolutely rapid. So thought I might have had a chance, and then realised he was right there. Got the undercut. Obviously, shame what happened with Ramsell, where he spun it. I'm not sure kind of what happened. Lost his front wing. And
we just missed it
a bit later on. So
yep.
Whole different thing happened there, but kind of was tossing up my tyre because I only had a soft or a hard to go to for the final stint, so didn't know whether the soft was going to get there based on the practice run that I did in the little practice session before. So went the soft because figured it was going to be a bit warm or a bit easier to warm up than the hard.
Yeah, most definitely.
And just kind of maximised exits was pretty much the thing. I lost DRS pretty quickly to Verk, not a overly large shock, and then kind of just maximised my exits to hang on to ahead of Midas as long as I could, and then obviously he got the 3 second pen, so when he got past me, it was just hanging as tight to him as I could, not making any mistakes to force it any further behind, and just crossing the line in P2. It's been a while between drinks. I've had a lot of issues a lot of weeks, but this week is finally one where I can say that just about did everything right. And a bit of the old fury was fury was back. Some late braking and really tough defense. I'm sure Verk was pretty infuriated when he got up to my car, and I kind of just kept placing it in the right spot, and he just then ended up boxing not long after. So, yeah, they're the old Fury back, but yeah, still a little bit to go. But huge points to the team. Scotty worked his way up from the back of the grid as well to be P5 by the end of it. Filthy Orange, unlucky with his drive-through, but he brought the car home tonight. Like I think it's only the third time all season we've had 4 JDR cars on the grid, and all 4 of us got the car home.
Yep.
Got 2 cars massively ahead of Coke, and then the other 2 cars finished right behind him. And shout out to Snipe, so he got the fastest lap point in Group 4 for last week.
Yes,
and,
he did.
We checked over the race director, and we're pretty sure he's going to get it again this week.
Hey!
So huge shout out to him, because he's helping us really claw back this team's championship, which knowing how quick Verk is and how much off in the distance he can get, that's really been the focus all season.
Well, absolutely, Fury, and well, masterclass there, mate, because you just gave it away. The secret of Singapore: focus on your exits. Of course, those straights along, and well, that is what it's all about. Very much similar to, well, kind of similar to Spa. I mean, focus on your exits. I mean, that is kind of a simple thing to say, but very easy to forget. A lot of people just tend to tip it in a little bit too quick and muddle their exits, but no. We could see what you were doing out there, and you looked really, really good, and it definitely looked like the Fury of old was starting to peek his head up, and yeah, it was phenomenal to see. So congratulations on a solid drive, man. P2 from you, mate. A good chunk of points, and well, boost the confidence again. Exactly what you wanted, mate. Fantastic drive from you. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate it, and yeah, shout out to Tarzal getting on the podium. Huge result for him. I know he's been close a couple of times. I know he's looking forward to the race this week. So congrats to him, and well, I mean, shout out to the man, the myth, the wonder that is Verk, for just the absolute out and out pace he has. Like he had the same work that I did, and he was able to do it as well. So huge shout out to him too.
Yeah, fantastic. Of course, yes, absolutely. Yes, Z Fury, that is P3, P2. Of course, we might as well get to our race winner. Of course, I speak of none other than Verks. Verks, congratulations, mate. Now, I just want to ask you, buddy, of course, that first pit stop, what were you thinking there? I mean, you were getting held up a little bit there, and you thought, well, maybe I'll just put the hard compound on now, get some clean air, and maybe undercut the whole lot of them, and that's exactly what you did. So, yeah, it was phenomenal to watch, mate, but was that the thought?
Well, with that Liam dude behind me, he pitted like probably 2 laps before I did, and then I was sort of stressing a little bit, because I knew he was going to undercut me, and I'd seen how sort of easily he carved himself through the field on that first stint, and being so close to Fury, I tried lap after lap, but yeah, like he said, his exits were, you know, no one could come close to it. So I just thought, screw it, I'm just going to have to box and see what I could do here, see if I can get the undercut. And I actually thought he was going to pit that lap after I did, but I'm pretty thankful he stayed out that extra 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I was kind of scratching my head a little bit as well, and very much when the leaders start to go in, usually everyone followed suit, but everyone was thinking differently out there, and there was quite a wide range of strategy calls out there from the whole field, all different ways of going about it as this one unfolded. But we are talking about our P1, our race winner, our championship leader yet again, Verks. Of course, we'll have to work it out to see how much by and all that, but it is guaranteed, yes, you've taken that top spot back, of course, and, well, that is a huge congratulations to you, of course. Right on the halfway point of the season, next week we head to Imola, of course, folks, and, well, a classic track, if that, and if you're one of the older heads around the traps, I dare say it is one of your favourites. We have never, ever done a dry race, believe it or not, folks, never done a dry race at Imola before. It's always been a wet race for some reason or another, and our fastest lap of that Grand Prix is held by Dools in the wet, so it's a 1 minute 22 odd, and I think the boys will have their sights firmly stuck on that mantelpiece, of course, and putting their name in the headlights, of course. But Verk doing exactly that here at Singapore, and well, winning this one and winning it with class, of course. Had a bit of a battle there with Mini, of course, as he did touch on, but nevertheless, he did have a little bit more speed than him. We could see you setting him up, and it was just unfortunate how it all ended there. But nevertheless, Ferkster, Phenomenal, mate. Keep on keeping on. Keep pushing, son. You're doing really, really well. Awesome to see. And, well, you're definitely giving everybody something to chase, that is for sure. But has come on leaps and bounds. And I do have to, I'm going to put it out there, Verkster. You probably hope you don't get embarrassed. But, well, Verks has been around for quite some time with us. And, well, started as a Group 3 driver, I do believe. And look where he is now. Fantastic to see. And, well, that is a credit to the man himself. Just from wanting to keep pushing and keep getting better, and that's the name of the game, folks. So big hats off to you, Verks, and enjoy that win because it definitely was hard fought, mate. Well done.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate all the kind words, and big shout out to Fury and Z for the podiums. It's not easy coming from the back, but we managed, and
yeah,
it's good that Z got his first podium. It's
yeah,
good for the team.
Absolutely. It certainly is, and may many more continue, of course. And well, that is the top 3 driver interviews all taken care of, folks. But I tell you what, I get an opportunity to talk to somebody I've never spoken to. Oh, well, I have, but not really spoken to in the commentary box before. And I speak of none other than David. Yes, our driver of the day, folks. I tell you what, this lad is consistent, just doing his thing, almost stays out of trouble on purpose, doesn't he? And always picks up the pieces. A great result from this man. And, well, David, congratulations on being our driver of the day.
Well, thank you.
There you go. So a consistent drive yet again, mate. And it was just good to see you keeping your lines, keeping your space, and just getting on with business. And I got a bit spicy there. The Group 3 championship is well and truly alive, of course. Yes, Striker and Housey in that fold, and you're just in front of them at the moment, ever so slightly. But nevertheless, though, you are all finding each other nose to stern on track as you do nearly every week.
Yeah, I can't get rid of these guys. Hey, no, it was
yeah.
It's a pretty good race again. Like it's as you said, like me and Housey have raced each other forever, and me and Striker have raced each other forever as well. And every week it's just the 3 of us, like in whatever order, and then it's just basically first one to blink will win or finish at the back of the 3 of us, and that's just how it's going to go for the rest of the year. It's that tight that one mistake can cost you. And I don't know if anyone out there's read the chat, but like after that safety car, I actually lost my force feedback on my controller, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, of all the times for that to happen, yeah, it's happened a couple times. I just think it's a thing in the game, but it is what it is, and you just have to deal with it. So I was kind of sliding a bit, but yeah, it's like I can tell you, Singapore's not one of my strongest tracks, so to get where I did and finish ahead of them, it's a really good sign because I've seen the schedule coming up, and we're starting to end in a pretty dark.
Well, positive thoughts there, David. I'm sure you'll get through it, mate. And well, the next half of the season is definitely going to be interesting. I do like the mix of tracks that are coming up, that is for sure. And I dare say most of the drivers would be happy to get rid of Baku, Jeddah, and Singapore. I mean, that was that was a triple header if I've ever seen one. But yes, I mean, I think the circuits after this is. Yeah, I think will be a welcome relief, I dare say, for a lot of the boys out there. And well, the hard ones are done, and I think we go into some great flowing circuits. So Imola being the exception, I dare say. But then, of course, Coda, Mexico, Canada, Brazil, Silverstone, Vegas, Qatar, and of course finishing at Abu Dhabi. So the run home is pretty good with a couple of sprint features and a box in there as well, and not forget another one of these at Silverstone, of course, reverse grid double points, and so another one of these on offer to stretch your legs or close the gap, whichever way you see fit. But let's just talk about our driver of the day. So, well, fantastic yet again. Is there any going forward there, David? Anything you're thinking about tactically wise, just to keep the mantelpiece at the moment, currently sitting 7 points ahead of Housey in that Group 3 title. So currently leading it. So any I don't know. I don't want to give away too much, of course, but any special tactics, anything that you've got planned, anything that you think I've really got to nail this to keep the points in front of them because that's what I want. I want to beat these guys, and I'm just wondering if you've got any over the last 10 rounds. If you figured out any weaknesses, anything else that you might know already.
Oh, look, I think it's just going to be a track by track thing, isn't it, for these last 10 rounds? Because me and Striker raced in the league on Monday night, Tuesday night, sorry, at Silverstone, and he destroyed me because I couldn't make the tyres last for a one stop. And I think the key for me, if I want to have a shot at winning this thing, is just understanding the tracks where I'm bad at, understanding the tracks I'm good at, and the ones I'm bad at, set up the race so I'm on the faster tyres at the end so I can have a shot at that 1 point for fastest lap in our group.
Yep.
And then for tracks which I'm confident in, I just go with the strategy that I trust and I know. Because like you mentioned Mexico, I love that track. I love Brazil as well. Like that's a good track for me. I love Canada. So look, there's a couple of tracks in there which I can just go like full bore at, but then there's some there that are like Silverstone, Qatar, It's just like these tracks are made for me. So it's pretty much just damage limitation there. Like that's all you could do, just limit the damage and just hope you finish within these guys. And then you don't know what could happen in these races either. Like we could have
That's
one
exactly
race
right. There's no guarantees in racing. That's a given. That's one thing you can almost bank on. There are no guarantees, and all it takes is a slight mistake or a misjudgment or what have you. Someone could be maybe not present on a Grand Prix. You know, might fall. Whatever it might be. You know, it doesn't. You know, there's no guarantees, and yeah, just keep on keeping on, young fella. Just be consistent as you always have been, and pick up the pieces as you have done this whole season. A well-deserved driver of the day, and a long time coming. There's been a few times you've been close this season already, but fantastic to get you in here, mate. Congratulations on a solid, stunning drive yet again. Our driver of the day, everybody, David.
Thank you.
No problem at all. So, folks, that is us done and dusted for this reverse grid double championship points round, of course. And must say, hats off to the grid, doing a phenomenal job, of course. A very tricky circuit to do that at Singapore. But nevertheless, faith in the lads, and they all came through in the end. So fantastic to see how this one panned out. We are at Imola next week. Looking forward to that. Yes, the driver perspective program takes a return, and it will be Mr. Housey, Mr. Lefty in the box with me in qualifying, taking care of that one, of course. And as you can touch on, yes, a 1:22.382 is a wet time at Imola. That is our lap record. Let's hope we get a dry race. But I'll tell you what, a great place to end this one. If you've loved what we've done tonight, we've loved bringing it to you. Thank you very much for watching. We are Southern Cross Racing. Goodbye.